right, here's a question for you. Which would make for a better gift? Having someone clean your entire house or having someone massage your entire body?
Oh. I like that question, but how about this? Of all the movies ever made, what is the hardest to believe?
Well, those are only two of the many questions we'll be asking you. And these 49 people in our voting section, they're just like you.
That's right. Do you have the answers? Well, we don't, and we won't until these people vote on the only show where all you really need to win is your opinion. It's Majority Rules. I'm Marc Summers.
And I'm Arthel Neville. These 49 people will express opinions and vote on various subjects. Now, each vote will create a majority. That majority stays in the game until a lucky few make their way to our stage in a quest for thousands of dollars.
And we're all set, so let's form our first majority. And here's the question, and I love this.
I love this, too.
Which would you make for a better gift, having someone clean your entire house or massage your entire body? Who knows? Anybody want to make a... Oh, now, Larry, stand up. Your hand went up pretty quick. Stand over here with me and tell me, which would you think would make a better gift? Cleaning your entire house or massaging your entire body?
Oh, massaging your entire body, because it feels so good all the time, and afterwards, you're ready to do anything.
Are you married, Larry?
Oh, yeah. 30 years.
Is anything to you mean the same as to your wife?
I hope so.
Okay. Thank you, Larry. Arthel?
Well, Carlotta over here. Carlotta is saying that cleaning the house is better?
I say cleaning the house is better because I wish somebody was there right now cleaning mine, okay? And every day during the week, you know, I can get the massage and have my house clean, but, you know, clean the house.
How many people live in your house?
There's 3. And there's like 1 too many. My son's home from college.
All right. Thanks, Carlotta. Thanks a lot. Have a seat. I would like you to vote now, and I'd like the rest of you guys to vote right now. Which would make for a better gift, having someone clean your entire house and massage that body?
No matter which answer is chosen, only the majority will stay in the game. And I got to ask you now, which do you think you would prefer?
I need the massage.
Do you?
I want the massage every day of the week if I could get it.
Now, does Derek, your husband, give you massages on a regular basis?
He does sometimes. He wants me to massage him.
Yeah, always. Like that kind of stuff. Well, the votes are in, folks, and 29 people said massage your body. Congratulations. Yes. So, if you voted for massage your body, you're still in the game. Trying to qualify for those lucky places in round 2. Remember, there's room for no more than 7 players. So congratulations to Larry and the other 29 people. You're still in, and that's why your red check is on.
But those 20 of you who voted for clean the house, you stay where you are. You won't vote anymore in this round, but we still want to hear your opinions. In fact, your votes will help determine today's grand prize winner. And as for the 29 people still in the game, well, we have a brand new question for you guys, and it is, who has fallen faster and further in American opinion? Is it Ross Perot or Hugh Grant? Ross Perot or Hugh Grant? Okay, Kimberly, I'm going to go with you. Stand up for me.
Ross Perot, I think Hugh Grant actually has risen in American opinion. So Ross Perot just seemed nutty. So.
Any particular reason you say that?
He's running for president.
Not a good idea, huh? Okay. I got the point. Point made. Thanks, Kimberly.
Okay, Jimmy says Hugh Grant, huh? Stand up, sir.
I'd have to say Hugh Grant because he's more in infamy now, not really great, or his status hasn't risen, did he?
Do you think it helped his career or hurt his career?
It helped his career, definitely.
Yeah. So would you recommend? No, probably not. Sit down, Jimmy. Thank you very much. All right, the remaining group, I need you to vote right now and tell us, is it Ross Perot or Hugh Grant who has fallen faster and further in American opinion? I don't know. Ross, he never kind of gets out of the system, does he?
Well, yeah, now I can't even do a good Ross Perot. No, I can't. Just forget it. Vote's in. I think the vote is in. We got away with that one. Okay, 16 people said Ross Perot has fallen faster and further in American opinion. Yes. That's right. So that means Kimberly and the rest of the 16 people are still in the game, and you still have a chance to be the lucky few who come down to the stage for round 2.
Here's the next one. Which is harder for a man to do? Cry or ask for directions? Gil, your hand went up very quick. Stand up, Gil. What do you think? Which is harder for a guy to do? Cry or ask for directions?
I think it's harder for a guy to ask for directions only because, I mean, guys don't want to be wrong. And when they're out in the car and somebody's trying to direct them and they're holding onto that wheel, they don't want to be wrong.
Okay, Arthel?
Sean, You think it's more difficult for a man to cry. Why?
Because basically they're always afraid of being embarrassed and laughed at, and raised from childhood that big boys don't cry.
When's the last time you cried, Sean?
I can't remember. Because I wasn't raised to cry.
Oh. Well, thanks anyway, Sean. You have a seat, and I'd like you to vote. I'd like the rest of the audience to vote now. Which is harder for a man to do? Is it cry or ask for directions? Please vote right now.
You're married to a big, burly, husky football player. Does he cry?
He doesn't mind crying, but I cannot tell him where to go.
I bet you could.
I cannot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can, right?
Yeah, you probably could. Okay, there are 9 people who said, ladies and gentlemen, that crying is harder for a man to do, so if you said crying, you're still in the game.
That's right. But you know what? Time is running short right now, so from now on, we'll have a speed vote without coming over to talk to you, just so we can see who's in the game. Everyone who is still in the majority, please stand up for me right now.
9 of you should be standing
That's
up,
right.
and here we are. A few over there,
It's
a few
harder
over
to
there.
cry.
And here's our next question. Which sport should be labeled yawn at dawn? Is it fishing or is it golf? Which sport should be labeled yawn at dawn, fishing or is it golf? Those 9 folks who are still standing, we'd like you to vote right now. Is it fishing or golf? Which is the bigger yawn?
Okay, 2 of you will have to sit down, but 7 of you are in the majority, and you 7 will make it down to the stage. We're going to find out which answer the majority voted for. Okay, 7 people said fishing should be labeled yawn at dawn. So you 7 people are still in the game. You're going to go to the stage with us. In a few minutes, one of you could be thousands of dollars richer.
Come on, you 7, let's go.
Come on.
Welcome back to Majority Rules. We started with 49, and now we're down to 7. And they've all voted with the majority in round 1. Now this time, instead of voting their own opinion, they will predict the answers we got when we polled other groups of people. So players, get ready to jump in. Now if you're correct, you'll be one of the 3 people who qualify for a 3-way face-off in this round. So we have our first question. Listen closely. Hands on buzzers. When Entertainment Weekly asked adults across the country which place is most responsible for undermining the American family, the majority said Hollywood or Washington. And Brent, you jumped in first. If you're right, you could move on. What do you think?
Hollywood.
Hollywood. You know that 53% said Washington undermines more. So you don't move ahead, but you get another chance to jump in. Here's your next question. Everybody's participating. Who would be more fun to spend a day with? In our old national poll, did the majority say Miss Piggy or Miss America? Dario, what do you think?
Miss America.
Miss America, you would think, don't you think? Well, 51% said Miss Piggy would be more fun. The audience likes Miss Piggy, don't you? Here's our next question. In our own poll, what did the majority say was more important for a well-rounded high school education? Was it playing a sport or playing a musical instrument? And Dorothy, I think you jumped in first. What do you think?
A musical instrument.
A musical instrument. 51 said playing a sport. 51% said playing a sport. Well, so far, our recap shows that you all totally disagree with what the majority has said, okay? Here we go. We asked which people are more likely to trust in a crisis. Did the majority say siblings or friends? Yes, Jamil?
Siblings.
Siblings. 73% said siblings. Congratulations. Jamil, that means that you have made it to our 3-way face-off. That check will stay lighted. You can relax just a few moments while we ask this next question to the remaining 6 contestants. As a kid, what scared you more during a rainstorm? Did the majority surveyed say thunder or lightning? Yes, Brent?
I would say thunder.
You would say thunder, but 57% said lightning. Just hide right behind there, Brent. Okay, here we go. Here's our next one. When young adults ages 16 to 29 were asked if they read the daily paper, the majority said they read it or they didn't read it. Yes, Brent?
They said they didn't read it.
58% said they don't read the daily paper, Brent. Yes. We have 2 lighted checks. We need just one more. Jamil and Brent, you're in the game. Is Sean, Dorothy, Dario, Joe, or Kimberly going to join you? Listen closely, hands on buzzers. In the Majority Rules National Telephone Survey, were people more interested in exploring outer space, or creating closet space? Dario, if you're right, you're going to move on.
Exploring outer space.
51% said creating closet space. There's never enough closet space. Okay, still looking for that third and final person. When fans were asked if they thought sportscasters talk too much during games, the majority said they do an okay job or they talk too much. Okay, Joe.
They talk too much.
60% said, and if you're right, you're going to join Brent and Jamil. Sportscasters talk too much. Congratulations. I couldn't be happier because I was running out of questions. Thank you so much. We have three people, Brent, Jamil, and Joe. They're going to move on, and you've qualified. As for the rest of you, we want you to know that you're going to receive a nice gift, and our congratulations and thanks for playing Majority Rules. How about a round of applause for them? You guys leave. The front row is filled, and there is room for only two of you to go over there, and we're going to find out who those folks are right now. So here's your first question. Good luck. We asked, what's the bigger mystery? Did the majority say the pyramids or Seinfeld's girlfriend? Brent.
Seinfeld's girlfriend.
58% said the pyramids were the greater mystery, so you're still in.
I'm going down here now.
You're going down here? No. Relax. Here we go. Here's our next question. When Majority Rules asked people what would be more acceptable to them, did the majority say women in battle or men in dresses? Yes, Brent.
They would say men in dresses.
How many think that he's incorrect?
But I'm up here and you're out there.
All right. 83% said women in battle. You know what I like to do? I like to pick this up from... Okay. Okay, here we go.
All right. It's fine. It'll pull up.
Yeah. When Americans were asked if they've had psychic contact with the dead, the majority said they had, or of course not. Yes, Joe?
They had.
They had. 58% said, of course not.
Oh.
Still looking for those two people to move over there with Arthel. According to our own Majority Rules survey, when people hear the letters PC, does the majority think of personal computers or politically correct? Yes, Jamil.
Personal computers.
79% said personal computers, yes. Jamil, you're the only woman up here with two guys. Do you think women are smarter than men?
Yes,
absolutely. Yes, okay, well. You are definitely one of our two finalists, so you know what, why don't you head over there with Arthel and get ready for our speaker circle. Is it going to be Joe? Is it going to be Brent? I must warn you in our final question, if you jump in and you're wrong, you're going to default the round to your opponent. So you must answer correctly. Joe, Brent, here's the question. In our own poll, we asked, which character will last longer in American memory? Did the majority say Kermit the Frog or Smokey the Bear? Joe, if you're right, you're moving on.
Kermit the Frog.
68%, 63% said Smokey the Bear is more memorable. Brent, congratulations, you're moving on. Well, Brent was so excited he was supposed to wait for me to tell him to go over there, but he couldn't believe that he made it over here. We'd like to say thank you, Joe, and a gift is waiting for you, and a round of applause.
All right. Okay, Jamil and Brent, in round one you voted, in the second round you predicted. Now here's a brand new challenge for you. We're going to ask one more opinion question, and the two of you must make up the answer right here on our stage. And the person who does the best job of telling and selling that answer will no doubt get the most votes, and those votes will determine today's winners. So here's that all-important question. You ready? Of all the movies ever made, what is the hardest to believe?
Well, we want you to have some time to think about your answers during the break. And how about you folks at home? Do you have an opinion? We hope you're playing Majority Rules right there in your own home. And we're going to be back with more right after this.
Stay with us. So you have to think about this answer, right? Welcome back back to Majority Rules. We're here with Jamil and Brent. They have been thinking about their answers to the question, of all the movies ever made, what is the hardest to believe? Now, during the break, we kept them separate from each other, while our producers asked them to reveal their answers. This way, we have no duplications, no cat fights. Okay, Jamil, just kidding. Jamil, since you were the first to qualify in this round, you want to go first or second?
I'd like to go first.
You'd like to go first? Okay, Brent, you come over here with me. By the way, each of you will have 20 seconds. You don't have to use all of that time. But if and when you hear this cue, you have to stop. Okay? Let me give you the question again. Of all the movies ever made, why don't you step into the middle for me? Of all the movies ever made, what is the hardest to believe? Look right out there and go for it.
The hardest to believe movie ever made was Nightmare on Elm Street, because who goes into their dreams, gets attacked, wakes up with blood, pulls other people into their dreams? Okay, and we're talking about a man who was born deformed. All of a sudden, he's got all these mad powers. And how many times does he have to die?
And Jamil, you know what I want to know? Who does Freddy Krueger's nails? Okay? You know what I'm saying? Come on over here with me. And Brent, you step in the middle of the ring. And of all the movies ever made, what is the hardest to believe? Go ahead on and sell it.
The hardest movie to believe is Showgirls. For the simple reason that I can't believe they actually made this movie. It's about these women who are in Vegas stripping. Yes, we know, but do we have to see the fact that Naomi Malone is going to lick this pole, slide down this pole, and then from this, she becomes, in a matter of probably, I'd say about 3 weeks, because they don't really give you a timetable.
Uh-oh. Stay right here. All right, come on into the center here. We heard two very different answers. Will it be Jamil's Nightmare on Elm Street or Brent's Showgirls? Now, audience, I need you guys to please vote right now for the response you think deserves to win. Showgirls or Freddy Krueger? I mean, you know what? I'm going to tell you right now, because I'm thinking Brent wanted to be in Showgirls. Really, that's why he's upset. I just had to go on and say it. That's what happened, you know. It was on my mind. I had to say it. So there.
See, well, I'm going to turn this into another show if I... Brent's been a good sport today. Give him a round of applause.
Okay.
It's going to end up on Talk Soup.
What's that?
This is going to end up on Talk
It's going to end up on
Talk Soup. All right, the votes are in. And as it turns out, 44 people in this audience voted for Jamil's Nightmare on Elm Street. You are our winner. Congratulations. Yes.
Well, Brent, 5 people in this audience agreed with you, so we're going to give you $100 for each one. That means you're going to walk away with $500, and our congratulations to be with you. Thanks, Brent. There you go. Stay here. Don't go away.
I don't go anywhere. And Jamil, since you're our champ, you will also receive $100 for every vote, and you have a chance to write yourself a check for even more of our money.
So you stay with us, and we're going to see if Jamil can write a check for well over $15,000. Stay tuned. More after.
Majority Rules with our champ, Jamil, who will now attempt to write herself a very big check. It started when we asked this audience to vote on one more question during the commercial, and it was, who does the most screaming? Rock musicians, football fans, or cab drivers?
Jamil, we want you to predict the outcome of the vote by placing the answers on our big check. Now, the percent of votes each answer gets will become the digits of that check. So, for example, if indeed rock musicians was over here, it could be worth 44 cents. Or if it was 44, it could be worth $44. Or perhaps it could be worth even $4,400, depending on where you put it.
Now, if you place these items in order, you will get the money. Which means if the item with the highest percentage, it'll go here. And then the next one goes to the middle. And your item with the least number of votes will go to third position. Got that? Good news for you, though. If you write the biggest possible check, we're going to add $10,000 to that.
Our audience voted, Jamil. The votes are already locked in our computer data bank. We'd like you to step over here now and tell us which answer you think got the highest percentage of votes? Was
Who
it Rock?
does?
Or was it cab drivers? What do you think? Join me over here. Okay. You think rock musicians got the highest percentage, followed by football fans, followed by cab drivers? Don't want to change anything?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I can tell you right now that 53% of the people voted for one of these items, 39% for another item, and 8% was the lowest percentage available.
So if the check you've written is $5,339.08, that's the highest possible check. We're going to add the $10,000 for your bonus. We'll bring you up well over $15,000. But remember, if that is not the amount on that check is worthless. It's worth nothing. So I have an offer for you. In that last round, you got 44 votes. We gave you $100 for each one. That means you have $4,400. I'll double that right now, make it $8,800. We can forget about this. You can go home with that money, or you could risk it and go for the check. What do you want to do? Who's looking over there? You going to take the $8,800 or are you going to go for the check? It's up to you. I need an answer.
I'm going to take the $8,800.
You're going to take the $8,800.
That means Jamil's going to walk away with $8,800, but I'm sure everybody wants to know if she could have or would have written the biggest check. So let's find out right now.
Take a look and see.
Okay, if rock musicians got 53%, then we know that's right. That's the highest one.
Show us.
Let's reveal it.
Oh, look at that, 39 people. So
that's right, sir.
Way to go.
All right,
you know the smart thing.
Good decision, good decision. Hey, listen, guys, I'm sure you haven't agreed with every opinion expressed on today's show, but there is one thing we can all agree on.
And that is anybody can win and everybody can have fun when we play by
Majority Rules.
See you tomorrow.
All right,
If you like this, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more. And check out my Facebook page for other exciting content. You can play free games and win real prizes.